Standing by your side, with my heart on high and dry. I'll do what it takes to make you believe. Standing by your side, with my heart on high and dry. We do what we want, but we're not free. With our hearts on hyperdrive.
Like I still want to get it up on Shutterfly so I can make something like this, but with my new.
And we are now live. Sorry about that. I interrupted a Shutterfly conversation.
It's fine.
All right.
All right, so we are back, and we are live once again. A little bit new setup in the background. Got some new tunes. But the cast and crew is all back. Happy to see your lovely faces. So for anybody watching, either on the replay or end up tuning in later on in the episode, I went out and obtained some new music. So we have new music for all the games. So there are some brand new tunes. They're all I guess you'd call them royalty free, so they're not going to trigger anything silly. So it's stuff that we can use and not get in trouble for it. So, huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yeah, exactly. So it's a brief recap to Ashland by Night because it's been a little while since we've had a chance to sit down and play. It's been about a week since the turning of events where Adam awoke from Lithia Park and demanded to be taken to Damaris and company. So in that week, they have also discovered that unfortunately, and this is causing a complication, perhaps not permanently, but who knows, that the only thing that will sustain Adam at this point is Kindred Vitae. He can no longer sustain himself on the blood of humans or animals. It must come from Kindred.
I was afraid of that.
He is just a bit too old, unfortunately. That being said, the night has finally started off with the events unfolding and hopefully information to be shared. There are some changes in the domain and some new faces have shown back up. Old faces are currently missing. But Baron Hesperia has put together essentially a meet and greet. I put that in the chat. I saw your surprised look. I apologize.
I didn't see it.
Yes, I noticed. That was the ST accidentally ambushing Missy.
Oh, okay.
It's like, surprise! No, that was up in the chat as a suggestion. So one of the things that the city obviously lacks is locations to host Kindred events. So this is being held at the museum again, the Railroad Museum. And there is some decor, not a lot, but true to Hesperia fashion, none of it really matches. It's just sort of thrown together, and some things that she happened to like when she raided the dollar store.
I
So-
mean, what are people doing getting rid of good tables and putting it by a trash can? I mean,
Yeah, all of it repurposed, but some fresh items out there. She did happen to stop by Five and Beyond, to pick up some of the classier low end stuff. But we will begin the scene with everybody except George at the Elysium at this point. Everybody has shown up. Um, unsure who else is going to be coming, but you are greeted, of course. There is um, Jimmy is standing out front, kind of keeping watch and perusing. He's got a couple people out there to help make sure that those who come in, and those who aren't supposed to be here bugger off. A few vehicles parked out in the parking lot, but they're all appropriate to all of you. There is a punch bowl that has some blood in it, so if anybody needs replenishing, you can. We are assuming at this point everybody is starting off at full. However, make sure you take one off for Awakening in the evening. Take an additional one off for any of you who have a feeding restriction. And then take one off per ghoul. That includes animal or person. Ready to go?
Rock and roll.
All right. So, Hesperia, why don't you take it away?
so it's just the coterie that's here currently. We're just waiting for people to arrive.
Yeah, it's everybody currently in chat right now, except for George. George is not there currently. Quan is there as well.
Okay. And have I been made aware of Adam's presence yet?
During this week, yes. You probably haven't
Okay.
met him yet, but yes, you have been made aware that he is up and about.
Okay. Do I yet know that he needs a vampire to eat?
Probably not.
Okay. All right.
Do we know what plan he is?
Well, we can take all this in character, and I think Damaris would be a great one to answer those questions.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk up to Damaris and so about our guests. Do you know any further information? I mean, I kind of got this set up, and the furniture doesn't smell so bad. So, is this okay?
To be honest, I'm not really sure what to do with him other than just make sure he stays out of trouble. But I will tell you that he has like severe feeding restrictions. He is my great like a few times removed.
Oh,
So
it's
he's
like
part
a
of my
family reunion?
clan.
okay.
And if he predates everything. He is older. He's like dirt old.
Oh. Okay.
So he doesn't have really a faction, if you will. So he
Okay.
pretty much is his own.
Okay. All right.
Just so you know, he can only feed off of kindred.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Newly embraced shovelheads, if you will.
interesting.
Where do I find? I mean, where do
You
I
make
find
him and
those on
then feed it to
short
him. You make him and then feed it to him.
I guess I don't.
Don't worry, I've been taking care of that.
Oh, you have? Thank you. Okay, so he's not gonna come in here and eat one of us.
No, not unless you piss him off or say something wrong.
Okay.
Are there any topics I should stay away from?
I would probably say don't get too personal with him because he's not the sharing type.
Okie doke.
I just, outside of that, to be honest, I haven't met him before either. I just know of him from my own sire. So I am just here to kind of keep him out of trouble and kind of show him what's new, so to speak.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are we all part of this conversation? Just out
Yes.
of character?
Yes, you are.
Oh, we are.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, this is all taking place at Elysium.
So do you need any help procuring this food for him? Or,
I mean, he honestly doesn't really care where it comes from as long as it's freshly turned.
okay. Does he have? He
Does
doesn't
he
like
have
to.
to drain it? The person, or is it just to feed upon as we feed?
He drains him, right, Jerome?
Adam. He has the past couple. I mean, you would know
been real
that there's
thirsty.
only there. Yeah, you would know there's only so much a body can hold. So, unless he's going out just like you and you know fighting or expending blood or whatnot, it's not like he's going to be draining them nightly.
It's like, what, 1 a week or something?
Maybe a little bit less.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, thankfully it's not like, yeah, he's not eating every night. He knows how to sustain his blood for longer periods of time than what we can.
and they have to be fresh? Or
Yeah, he
durable?
prefers babies. Baby vamps, not babies. Just you know.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah, that doesn't go over so well.
Yeah.
No.
Is it a generation aspect, or is it more of just recently turned?
And I never asked him specifically why he likes the flavor of newly embraced. I just kind of feed it to him.
And
Never
this-
bothered to ask, and I frankly don't want to know.
and
He,
this may be rude. I would like to ask. You say he's your grandsire. But I'm not even sure what clan you are. So, what is that? Is that rude to ask?
I mean, we don't usually publicize it, but we're kind of an offshoot of the clan Gangrel. We're Lianen.
Leonin. I don't think I've heard of this. Leonin. Okay.
it's a bloodline, right?
Yeah, think of us like gangrels, but more in tune with just the earth itself and magic.
Okay.
It's a nice one. I'll check that off my bingo card. Don't think I've met one of you before.
I don't think I've heard of you before. So
We're just not very common.
And now there's
And
two.
sorry.
And now there's two of you. How lucky?
Technically, there's
now?
3 of us.
Oh,
okay.
Actually,
Yeah,
4.
Quan's like, yep. Point of order. You're related to Kyrene, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that would
She's the
make
other one.
like 4. That's pretty unusual in one area, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't usually are gaining one spot, but you know, we're trying to support our clan, and there's been a lot of turbulence, obviously, with what's going on around. So,
it's quite a
our
family
clan
reunion.
is important to us.
I can respect that.
As can I. Okay.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So old vampire eats other vampires. Got it.
Yes,
Fantastic.
just don't get attached to him. That's all.
To your grandsire or to the
To the
Or-
baby vamps.
Newly embraced.
It's the trick.
Well.
Just don't get attached. It's okay. You won't have to deal with it. I'm taking care of it.
Okay. Welcome to Vampire Society. Welcome to
Oh.
this place is Nice. It's out of the way.
Oh, the museum?
Yeah, it's
Oh, actually, it was the first place we selected because of its historic value, and then we never really seemed to get another.
well. I suppose you've had other things to worry about.
You could say that, yeah.
Yeah, there's been a thing or two.
Oh, speaking of thing or two, Asperia, Sophie's going to be away a while.
Is she okay?
Well, last I checked, I believe she was. She, I don't know how much she wants me to go into this, but she kind of made a deal to go look for Colin.
Of course she did. Do you know how long she's going to be gone until we can at least sound the alarm?
I don't honestly know. She was given some extra blood, so she has that. But where she went, there's nothing for her to feed on. So hopefully not long.
Okay. That's all really confusing, but all right. Just as long as she's okay.
I can get into the technical if you want.
No,
I
no,
mean, it
no,
might be
no.
too much.
Yeah, we have some other stuff going on,
Okay.
but
Okay, fair enough.
just keep me posted if you hear from her again, please.
Mm-hmm.
There were many vampires. Zadati, Samuel. Are they are they coming as well, or?
Good question. I haven't heard from either of those two. I'm sure they're still around. I just
All right.
haven't. I personally haven't heard from them. Has anybody else heard from like Dottie or Samuel or?
Oh, I met with Dottie a little while ago at that club downtown, the Drachenflugel.
Oh, okay. So there you go. And she's still around.
She's around,
Okay.
She's the one that drives the truck, right?
right?
Okay.
I don't know what her plans were, how long she's planning to stay, but she was around.
And so we're still missing Remus. Have we
I
been able
I
to
have not
locate
met
him?
Remus.
No, I
One of the ones we were looking for that the night of the explosion, right?
Right.
Was that we was that? I remember now. Okay.
Well, we didn't find any sign of him.
And to be honest, I don't know that I remember checking for him either.
We went to the building and walked around the building to look for bodies, and we found nothing.
Hmm.
Oh, poor Remus. Probably thought we forgot about him. Okay. She's gonna go grab her bowl and some water.
Where is his haven? Would he have gone to his home?
You know, I don't think he has one.
Isn't he homeless?
He's gangrel. Yeah, he is homeless.
Oh.
So I'm thinking he probably lives in the dirt or maybe a hovel or something. I know he doesn't have anything official.
I mean, he was in the park earlier, and maybe he went back there.
Wait. The park that Adam woke out of?
Oh. Shoot. Yeah, get your bowl.
Yeah. Are we sure that he didn't get eaten?
I mean, Remus wasn't recently turned, though, was he?
No, not to my knowledge.
I don't know. Maybe he was just that hungry. I mean, I'm willing to check.
Okay. So,
yeah, so she'll go
do your
grab.
voodoo.
Brought these dice out in forever. Let's see, intelligence and occult.
I'm using the new ones that I got with the book. Those nice black and silver ones.
I still need to get my dice that I won from you.
Oh, those
Oh,
are
yeah.
probably at the house. So
I haven't gone to the house, so I don't know. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, and I got a 10.
oh, nice.
4.
Okay, so you know his name, Remus, and you spend some time with your ritual and making a little bit of noise and stirring the pot, or in this case, brazier, her nice bowl of clear water. It starts off murky at first, and like you're so used to, it kind of zooms in like a Hollywood lens from above, in a movie treatment or something, and zooms in, and you end up coming in on the office park where the fighting had taken place. Now, the office park is by this point is actually completely finished. It has been repaired. It's actually got some new tenants in it by now. They're just touching up the street and part of the parking lot at this point. In a nearby opening, probably where people take breaks, there's like, some 2 benches there and a nice tree kind of in the middle to provide some shade. You end up seeing an arm start coming up out of the ground, and then the body, and then kind of eventually just meld up to the surface, and it's Remus.
Nice.
So he did survive.
It looks like Remus went through a hamburger grater.
He in rough shape, y'all.
His now, and you would know as vampires, of course, like your hair comes back like immediately. So as he's, if it's cut or like, any non aggravated wounds or whatnot, his hair is like mismatched at this point. Like, I mean, it's still showing like singed, areas. And so like it if he lays to one side, it almost looks like like a Toreador styled him. But that's obviously not to be, because the other side looks like it was probably what was intended. His clothing is pot-marked and shredded from the explosion shrapnel that he took in. And you can see, because you can see and hear, in your scrying and whatnot, and you see him finally, like, the hand kind of move and just slowly prop himself up. And he has that look on his face like he went on a 5-week bender and is just now starting to sober up. Like he looks like hell warmed over.
Yeah, he's gonna be a little hungry. I think he had a fight with a cheese grater and lost.
Yeah, we need to get somebody on this now, because that could be potentially dangerous for all of us. So I'm gonna.
He's over at the office park.
Okay.
He just rose.
He just rose. Okay. Who do we have? Who do we have that we can call?
Is this an ability? This is like I'm not familiar. So we were at the office park. So he was. When you say he rose,
He was in the ground.
Oh, is this a gangrel?
He came up from the ground. I think this is ability they have to basically meld with the earth. They can use it in emergencies where they might need to find shelter and basically away from the sun if they can't get back to their haven.
That's why you couldn't find him.
Very useful. I liked it.
That makes sense, because you scried and all it gave you was the office park before. So you were technically looking in the right spot. We just didn't know it was the ground.
Yep. But now we know what he can do, so now I know to look underground.
Yeah.
Would you see just the darkness if you look on the ground?
Maybe. I don't really have to do it very often, thankfully, but
Right.
Depends on the area.
Just learning.
So yeah, this is where he's at. Sorry.
Okay.
So he needs to get picked up.
He needs to get picked up.
Yeah, he needs
And
gonna
he
need
needs
blood.
a snack. He needs something to eat.
And brought back here.
Preferably if
I would
he
guess
might
so.
want to
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, because we
I
could
mean-
probably, I could send Jimmy and the Utes to go get some clothing for him or something. He doesn't seem to be too particular about that. We should probably bring him back here because he's missed out on a lot.
Yeah. Let's get him fed.
My companion Robert, he could drive. He has our vehicle out front. Is these two youths that you talk about? Will they meet him there, or should I get Robert involved?
Well, why don't you?
One of us should go. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you just have your guy? You said Robert or Robert?
But yes, it's Robert, but Robert. But
Okay.
it's
Well,
a
no,
hard
because you're
word to say.
particular with your accent, and you are Henri, not Henry. So I just want to make
Correct,
sure it was the same correlation. Okay, so Robert,
Yeah.
yeah. Why don't you have Robert then drive one of the ladies over? Because he'll probably be familiar. Well, he wouldn't be familiar with Trudy.
He wouldn't. He probably wouldn't trust me.
Yeah. So why don't we have Hesperi? Why don't you go?
I'd be happy to, but do we know if anybody's going to come for the meet and greet? Or Damaris, can you handle this while I go?
Meet and greet. Who else is coming over?
At this point,
Maybe I missed
I'm not sure who's coming.
Is this
Are we expecting anybody?
what if your Adam comes?
Well, Jerome. Sorry. Where has Adam been staying? I assume he's been staying with me somewhere.
No, he stays in Lithia Park.
Okay.
He has the exact same capability that Remus has.
Gotcha. Okay, but he's staying out of trouble so far. So okay.
To the best of your knowledge.
That's my knowledge. He should be fine. I'm not expecting him tonight, but I'll check on him later. I mean, he knows where I'm at, so.
Okay.
How fresh do they need to be to appeal to him?
I mean, day or two old, nothing like more than a year.
Oh, okay. Noted. Just thinking about some of the other folks in town.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Say maybe don't tell them that he's around because that just might raise unnecessary questions.
Yeah. Well, if they're that fresh, then they probably don't know a whole lot about elders, and just ruffle some feathers. So maybe we just need to watch each other for a little while. I mean, not us. I mean,
About the area
watch
and stuff.
the locals.
So Quan calls in the two Utes, and he says, "Okay, Ricky, Tommy, I need you guys to go get some clothing. Doesn't need to be too particular. Just go ahead and grab some. And we've got somebody coming by, so we're going to need to give him some replacements. And if you could, grab a bum." And they're like, "Yeah, sure thing, boss."
You grabs the bum and have him just take the clothes after he drains the bum. So
Pretty much anything would be an improvement.
That's a one-stop shop.
experience.
I'll say this about Ashland: they keep their streets pretty clean. Bums don't stay on the street too long.
Yeah, oddly enough, they had a problem prior to the vampires coming back into town. Now, not so much.
The homeless don't stay here very long.
Yeah, especially at night.
Easy
So,
pickings. I'm sorry.
Remus.
I'm gonna call up Robert. I'm like, oh, Robert. So you're going to take Miss Hesperia to his office park to pick up a wayward vampire. His name is Remus. He he is not looking too good, but he is friends with Hesperia, so you just need to drive is all.
Oh, easy enough, boss. I got this.
All right. Well, thank you. Hesperia will be out shortly.
And, boss, which one's Hesperia?
Which one?
Yeah.
She is. So when she comes out, she's the only one coming out, so it'll be very easy for you.
Okay, then I will just go with that assumption. Thanks, boss.
You got it.
Didn't you call her my lady?
Lady Hesperia, yes.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
She's the ruling class of this area.
Yeah. Okay, so Remus, so you are just now like rising up out of the ground. You're spatially aware, so you know it's been some time. Just you don't know how long exactly. And as you rise back up out of the ground, you also notice that the building that blew up and threw you out of it is repaired. So obviously some time has passed since this happened. The last memory you had was basically your butt going through your head. You know, just like a bug, basically. You hit that ground and poof.
I'll pull myself up and then just sort of lay against the tree. Is there anybody else? Is there anybody around?
Nope. Nobody around.
No?
It's got that kind of quiet city sound to it. There's a little dull hum. There's a soft light illuminating from the walkways around here. So I mean, you can see around. It's not too big of a problem. But no, don't see anybody at this point. Most everything here is vacant. There's a little bit of construction going on, as it looks like they're just finishing up paving another part of the parking lot is all.
But there's no like people
No.
near me.
No people.
Okay, so I'm
And
gonna just
you are hungry.
okay. So what blood am I at? I'm assuming I don't have the 10.
You are
then.
correct. You are at about a 4.
4. Okay, let me.
So
Note that.
the beast is clearly trying to get out.
I hate this. So aside from like my just tatteredness, because I'm like inspecting my clothes, like, is there anything changed about me? Do I look any different? I mean, aside from just feeling like garbage.
You've actually gotten a good look at your feet now. Because remember, those were causing you problems just prior to coming here. You actually have elongated toenails coming off, almost feral-like. That's why it was causing problems. Like you were losing space in your shoes.
Okay,
And
I am.
You would. Well, actually, you're still kind of new. You weren't really given the full spiel about being a gangrel, were you?
I had some training from my sire, just like sort of very preliminary kind of thing, but
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I don't know to what extent he was
Gotcha.
like, oh, and your body, yeah, your body's changing.
Yeah. So this is new. Then this is shocking.
I'm gonna like reach to touch them and make sure I'm not just hallucinating. This is all just a bad dream. Looking up this building that exploded, but it's totally fine. I'm just gonna even though I'm hungry, I'm not looking forward to it. So I'll just like pull my knees up and then just like head on my knees, just like, oh, what am I gonna do? Especially because like I don't want to go. I know that the beast is gonna start dragging me towards people, but I want to try and like hold off and try to think of a solution or like a different solution like as quickly as possible because I don't want to just go and start attacking people.
Right. Okay. Um, well, do you want to give a perception and alertness check? Difficulty
Sure.
6.
Okay, perception. Okay. Just remembering how to read the character sheet. And alertness. Okay. Difficulty 6. That is, hey, that's 3 successes.
All right. So you're looking around and you're getting a lay of the land. Office park. It's got a little bit of hill to it for the most part, but that's because you're in a valley. Trees kind of surrounding. So if you're lucky enough, you may be able to find an animal, that might
Okay.
be out in the woods nearby to sustain you real quick. If you have the appropriate levels of animalism, you could always call something to you.
Yeah,
Which would
I don't have that, but
You don't have animalism?
yeah. No,
Oh,
no, I wasn't. Well, yeah, he wasn't. He was not like trained in that one.
yeah. No, it's okay.
So yeah, no, he'll that's I'll because I don't want to hurt a person. I'll go and I'll try to find an animal. Still feel guilty, but at least this is better. This fits in with my ideals.
Gotcha. Okay. So you
Yeah.
kind of go off into the darkness of the office park and step away, and you can hear that there is a stream that kind of runs behind it. And as you kind of walk past, through there, it's big enough, but you don't even see really any fish in the stream at this point. But you step over the stream and start going back towards where the woods kind of pick up a little bit. Not fully enclosed woods, not like forest or whatnot, but there's several trees. Maybe you could, pick up on something. And as you are kind of peeking up through the trees and the low lying brush and whatnot, give me another check.
Okay. Okay, that is 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. So the first thing you spot is, and again, it's kind of shadowed because from where you're at now, the ambient light that's coming at you from like buildings or whatnot is coming towards you. So anything that's in front of you is kind of backlit. It's got darker to see it. You see a large humanoid form kind of hunkered down and then looking down the hill that you're climbing up. So you're actually coming up behind them and looking down in the hill a bit at an adjacent parking lot that's on the other side of this slight wooded area that comes down into what appears to be like a fast food restaurant of some kind. Because there's like a dumpster and then the little parking lot, and a car goes by occasionally on the neighboring street that it's adjacent to.
And so it looks like a person. That's kind of the opposite of what I was hoping for. I would like to. I'm just gonna double check something because I've got Eyes of the Beast.
Okay, that will definitely help in this situation.
Yeah, I was trying to see if it would make me hungrier to activate it, but it doesn't
No,
say.
It will not.
Okay, so
In
I
V5,
would like to
probably. In V20, no.
Okay. Okay, I just wanted to be sure because if I know I'm hungry, I don't want to exacerbate it.
Right. Smart man.
Yeah, so I'll get to a spot where I don't think any people can see me, and then I'll Eyes of the Beast in order to like help me locate something not a human.
Okay. Give me a dexterity and stealth check.
Dexterity and ah, I missed having a high dexterity. Wow, that's actually a really good roll. Hold on. Okay. Difficulty 6.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, so that is 6 successes.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you slink off to the side now that you can see just about everything you could possibly see at this point with your gleam of the red eye. You don't you don't alert the individual that you saw. You kind of slinked away without apparently alerting them at all. And not far from that parking lot, poking around in the vacant lot, which is right across from it, you can actually see a stray cat.
Ta-da!
Here, kitty, kitty.
Yeah. I will pad my way over towards the cat. I think I'll probably turn off the eyes of the beast so that way when it spots me inevitably, because it's a cat, it's not going to see just like my gleaming red eyes. So yeah, I'll try to sneak up on it and yeah.
Okay, go ahead
Feel
and
so
give me
bad.
go ahead and give me one more roll. Still difficulty 7 because the perception of a cat is better than a human.
Okay. Same dice roll or dice pool.
Yep. Dex and stealth.
Okay. Okay. That is significantly worse.
Oh,
Yeah, that's just one success.
All right. So you start coming down the hill, not quite as inclined as from where you were. And you start creeping up on the cat. And the cat is, of course, poking around at a plant. And, you know, it moves, so it's a killer, so it pulled out its claws and swiped at it real quick and thoroughly interested in this plant is kind of waving back and forth and batting, playing with it some. You start getting in close, and just as you get within, we'll say maybe 10 feet, you get pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
You end up hearing a door slam from the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
and the cat spots you and starts to bolt.
Yeah, I'm gonna run back into the woods because I would like kind of part of me wants to like chase after it, but I also don't need people seeing me chase after a cat. So I'll yeah, I'll rush back into the woods and I'll try to see like who's coming
Okay, so you're
or who's nearby.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can't really run fast and try to be sneaky, so only in anime. So you're definitely running across those blades of grass, but it's stomp stomp stomp, not just So you
Yeah. Well, these are
hightail it
yeah.
back up to the woods to try and keep out of sight and whatnot.
These are new feet. I'm getting used to them.
True, very true. They actually give you a little bit of traction from what you can tell, so you might be able to climb the fuck out of a tree.
Oh, okay.
He's like, ooh, testing.
Yeah, I'll have to buy new shoes though, like longer shoes.
Yeah, yep. So you get back there and kind of reposition yourself, and as you do, the form that you saw before is standing there in the darkness looking at you.
Oh, the person that was near the fast food place? Great.
And with because you took your gleam of the red eye off, but with what ambient light that there is, you can tell the person is not wearing a shirt, very muscular. You can tell the individual is very pale, long hair. wearing something tattered around his waist. Almost kind of giving the impression that it was like a sweater of some kind. Like, how you tie it around your waist sort of thing and it just kind of dangles, but it's all the way around, so almost skirt-like in a bit. And you can visually make out smears of blood coming off of his mouth.
And this is not somebody I've ever seen before?
No.
No. Okay. I'm going to sort of peer at him and say, I guess, does he look like a vampire? Does he look like one of us?
That's a great question. Let's get a wits and awareness check.
Okay.
Difficulty 7.
Okay. This is not a big dice pool. Difficulty 7. I have 1 success.
Okay. You're not sure based upon the lighting, but the paleness of this individual and the fact that his eyes don't blink a whole lot are some indicator that it's a good chance that he is undead.
Okay.
There is kind of an unnatural stillness to him.
Okay. I'll stand up straight. I don't want to like bare my fangs at him like in an aggressive manner, but I kind of want to like let them show like a little bit, just so I can like let him know that I'm one of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
So,
how are you
as
doing?
you do, you kind of pop your teeth, and do you say, "How are you doing?"
Yeah, I'll say, "How you doing, cousin?"
So he leans in and gets really close to you and sniffs.
How close? How close is this guy?
Very close. You can touch him.
Okay.
So he
I'm gonna
leans in
kind
and
of
he's like, and he's. Who are you?
I am Remus. What's your name?
You look tasty.
I'd better go. I'll just be like, I've had a really long, I don't know how long, but
You smell of
yeah.
the earth.
Yeah, I've been asleep for a while. What are you doing out here?
I've been asleep for a while too.
Feeding.
Stalking.
Yeah, so I can see. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I don't know. This guy creeps me out.
He looks down. He looks
Like-
down at your feet because I mean they're noticeable at this point. You don't really have working
Yeah.
shoes. And then he looks back up
Yeah.
at you and he says, "Child of Anoia."
That's the first I've heard of that name. Are you a child of Anoia?
So to speak.
Can't say that I've seen you around. You new in town?
No.
I better go. I don't know.
You will stay. And then he takes like a finger and he's like looking at you, like kind of lifting up your tattered clothing. Is
Yeah,
this
I'm kind of like,
fashion statement?
this is poor decisions. Yeah. Do you have a coterie in this place? You have family with you?
Are you of this Camarilla?
No.
Hmm. You are K-Knight then.
Uh, this is George talking. Do I know what a K9 is? Like, that's not like
that's a great question. Let's give it a roll. Wits
okay,
and
roll
occult.
time.
Are you Sabat?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Okay, what's the difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Okay, just one. Just a
Okay.
second.
That is enough to know that sometimes vampires are referred to as K-Knights, although the Camarilla kind of frowns on it. They use the term kindred.
Okay. So I would know like what the like that being a loaded term, like whether it's okay for me to identify as such.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's nuanced. You don't know the full nuance, but you know the causality, I should say. You know, or the brief relation.
Okay. Would I think that like telling him I'm an anarch would be
That is
kosher?
entirely up to you.
Okay. I'll tell him I'm I am an anarch. I don't know if that answers your question.
No.
I
Come
definitely
where's
don't
one.
have a phone.
Follow.
Oh, did he say come?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, yeah, I'll follow him.
So he starts kind of walking you back towards, back down the hill and towards the stream. At about that time, uh, adjacent to where you're at, because you're at the stream, there is actually a car parked in the parking lot now. And you can actually see, based on the lighting, you can actually see Hesperia kind of getting out and kind of looking around with somebody else, a driver you don't recognize.
Okay.
And so
I don't know if there's any.
Robert's like, ma'am, we're here, but I'm not seeing anybody. Did your guy like wander off or something?
I mean, he did just rise from the earth, so he might be confused. I'm not sure. Do you stay in the car, or are you able to come out and help me look?
Oh, my boss didn't say.
Then just stay in the car. I'll take care of this.
All right, I'll keep the engine running.
Okay. Did Jimmy and the Utes come?
No.
No. Okay.
They went to go get the clothing.
Okay. We do have a bum in the back.
They went to go get the bum as well.
Okay. Are they meeting us here?
They are meeting you at the Elysium.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and try and find Remus. I'm going to go ahead and walk around and survey the area.
Okay. Perception alertness.
Okay.
And just got back and already I'm going to get ripped in half.
Don't.
I have 2 successes.
Okay. Off in the distance, just past the office park, which of course you now note is fully armed and operational. You can see two shadowy forms just because the hill kind of rolls down a little bit. So you can see some movement down there where the stream kind of runs behind the building.
Okay. So I want to use unseen presence to get closer.
You absolutely can. And there's no contest at this point. So...
When he sits back with his sunglasses on to go to sleep.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. We have a slightly different setup for the streaming of the game. So I'm actually on a Wi-Fi connection. It was running perfect, and then for some reason my system decided to say like something disconnected, and it was the Wi-Fi connection. So everything just stopped for a second.
Hold on.
But it's back, and I forgot to hit record, so I'm gonna have to download this directly from Twitch later. Oh well. Okay, so where did I cut off?
Unseen presence. I am going to go get a closer look to see who those individuals were.
Okay. As you are, it's uncontested because there's nobody watching you. So you are able to drop into your unseen presence and go over that way.
Okay. So I'm going to get as close as I can, but still kind of outside the radius of like maybe 20, 30 feet, just so I can see if that's who I'm looking for, or take off and look somewhere else.
Sure. Go ahead and give a perception alertness check.
One success.
Okay. Okay. Dang it. Sorry, I'm just watching the latency here. Making sure I don't have anything access open. No, it's just a connection. Oh well. Alrighty. So as you come approaching, you see a large, very intimidating, you heard the description that I gave previously, a very intimidating looking individual standing next to a very tattered Remus.
Okay.
Who looks very scared.
I'm going to go ahead and hang back for a second. I want to give myself some cover so I can text the coterie and tell him what's going on. Like, Remus seems scared. He's with somebody. I might need backup. That kind of a text.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that. And then I kind of have an idea of what Adam looks like at this point, or just no clue?
I don't know if anybody actually gave you a description.
Yeah, I don't think I got one.
Yeah.
I thought you had met him because he got brought back, didn't he?
He did.
To the house.
Did I meet him though? I don't remember.
I don't think it was like that's where we cut off where he was being brought back.
Yeah. It was implied.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go ahead and if I know this is Adam, I'm just gonna drop cover and I'm just gonna walk over. And what's up, guys? If you don't remember me, I'm Hesperia. Remus, long time no see. How you doing, buddy? And I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder.
I've been better.
Yeah, sure as hell looks like it. Me too.
I am very confused.
Good evening.
How long has it been?
I mean, I wouldn't really worry about all that right now. Let's just go ahead and maybe get you fed and get you comfortable. Adam, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Again, Hesperia, if you remember me. Would you like to come with us to go get some refreshments? I believe...
You have a K-Knight waiting?
Not currently, but I know one of your bloodline who has been supplying food for you can probably arrange that. Does that sound good?
Very well.
Okay, let's make our way over to my ride here. Please, no one mess with the driver because I do not know how to drive. We will be walking. Please.
So he comes walking over. Since you've gotten a better look at him now, at this point, Remus, he has he's actually wearing like a very worn, tattered up kilt.
Huh. Okay.
And boots, but I mean,
That's
as far as clothing's concerned, that's really all he has.
Okay. So, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm just like, all right, I'll just get into the car. But I'm not at a hunger level where I'm just gonna attack random people. I could still have
So long as you aren't tempted.
some self. Okay. So yeah, I'll just sit in like the very, very far back of whatever vehicle that they've got.
Okay, so you guys come walking up, and Robert's like, "Oh, hey, you found? Oh, Jesus Christ!" As he sees, Adam come, and Adam is just like unabashed in his appearance. Like he's got blood coming all down his torso. Like I mean, he fed very sloppily.
If you could just drive back to the Elysium, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, yeah, driving's good.
Okay, I'll sit up front with you just to hopefully make you more comfortable. So let's go.
Yeah, so long as we're not outside of shouting distance.
Yep. While I'm in the vehicle, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna text Damaris and say, "Hey, found Remus, but he was with Adam, and Adam needs some food, and he's with me, and we're on our way back to the Elysium. Please help."
Okay. She's gonna text back, "On it. We'll have food ready."
I'm gonna text back, XOXO.
XOXO.
Jerome, I forgot we can't see the chat in the thing, but I did ask, would I have had time to, since I was the one feeding him, to make a canite, or not a canite, but a shovelhead, basically, ready for him?
That's the one thing
Or do I
that
need to
you
go out and
would
get one?
not do. That is taboo for the Leonin. They would never create something
Yeah.
just to kill it.
So then, how have I been feeding him then?
You have been giving them pretty much the Sweeney Todd treatment. So hapless.
I don't know what that means.
Do you know the story of Sweeney Todd?
I haven't watched that movie in years.
Okay. Yeah, basically you're just taking hapless people that don't know any better and turning them into meat pies. So in essence, people that are like new to the city, or I should say vampires that were new to the city that you couldn't readily identify as like Anarch or something. You're like, "Hey, come with me. I know who you should meet."
He's probably not hungry then. Well, shit. I guess I'll have. Are there any new ones in town that nobody knows about that I need to go get?
I mean, you could take a look around if you wanted to, based on the time frame and when you last dealt with him food wise. He's probably okay.
Okay,
especially
then
especially if if well, I don't know if they didn't give you the description, but yeah, he's probably okay.
Isn't he already like covered in blood?
Yes, he is.
How old would that blood be though? Like, is it dried blood?
It is not dried. We lost Todd.
Oh no.
We gained Todd.
Sorry.
Okay, Then I'll text Hysteria back, and basically say he shouldn't be hungry. He's eaten recently, so he should be fine. But
Yeah, I'm going to text back. He specifically inquired about food, and he's a little terrifying, so just FYI.
oh, he did. Okay, she's
That
gonna go
pork
out and
meal.
look for a newbie that nobody knows about yet.
If you're
Do we see you like texting and kind of anxious as you're texting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so I walk up to you. Is everything all right?
Well, Adam is on his way here with Remus, and he apparently is hungry. So that means that he's gonna want someone fresh, and I typically don't turn them. That's not my style. I usually find some newbie that comes into the city without. Anyway, we need food for him, and I can't turn him.
I'm gonna wave Trudy over as Miss Trudy.
Mr. Henri, what's the matter?
So her friend Adam is coming and needs to be fed. Robert has my vehicle, so I have no way of getting someone. Is this something that you could take care of for it? We're looking for a vampire that's been freshly turned.
You know, that's a tricky point. My business is more about fostering fledglings than feedering fledglings.
Yeah.
If someone could give me a ride, I could easily embrace someone and bring them back here. That would not be a problem. But with Robert having my vehicle, I would need a ride.
I suppose I could lend you my assistant for a short period.
Was that work, Damaris?
That works perfectly fine. I appreciate it, honestly. But my clan just doesn't. We don't kill just to feed, unfortunately. But even though he's part of my clan, he's just that old that regular human blood doesn't sustain him anymore. So he's had to be stepped up, so to speak.
Some humans
So yeah.
Some can be pets and some can be food. So
does he always kill them?
Not always. If he's not super hungry, but he has the last couple.
So this will be an experiment.
Yeah.
Well, suppose if we don't have to do it very often.
Maybe once a week, if that.
Oh, that's nothing.
Well,
okay. Well, he's on his way back, so if we can kind of step this a little faster, that'd be great.
All right. So Trudy, was your friend is that Seth? Is that right? Or
let me go talk to him for a moment.
all right.
I'm gonna go talk to Seth.
Okay, like he's waiting outside,
Yeah,
just kind of watching. And as you walk outside, the two Utes come walking up with some raggedy-looking guy.
I could do this guy right here. We don't need to go anywhere.
You know, maybe they could share him. I mean, he doesn't need.
Oh, he was.
I don't know how they share.
He doesn't need all of his blood if you time it right.
He was Remus's guest. I forgot.
I mean, he's got to lose all his blood before he can turn him, right?
drain him some blood bags, and then just to the point, and then finish turning him, and there you go.
Theoretically, with this fellow, you could kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Well, so this Remus fellow, see, he would not be he would be fine with the killing then.
Oh, I suppose that's something you'll
What
have
he
to.
doesn't know isn't going to hurt him. I mean, he seemed to be pretty proper, so to speak, when it comes to, I don't know, killing in general. So why don't we just go ahead and he doesn't have to know the details of it. Like I said, what he doesn't know is not going to hurt him. Go ahead and let's drain him up to a certain point, and then you finish the job. Turn him, we get blood at the same time, and we're feeding literally 2 people or 2 birds with 1 stone. So
I like this idea.
So we just need to get the blood bags inside, so he will have a snack when Remus gets here. And yes, come. So, Ashante, our little hobo friend, what is your name?
Well, my name's Max.
Nice to
hi.
meet you.
Uh,
You are in quite an adventure.
and are you dressed like you normally are with like your plague mask and all that?
Yes.
Okay, and yeah, and he's like, okay.
It's a costume party. Welcome.
It's like looking around. Nobody else is wearing a costume, really. Just
I must have been misinformed. I'm sorry.
are you this museum's curator or something? Oh,
Yes,
pardon
something.
me. I just broke wind. Oh.
I do detect that fragrant smell.
In that mask, that get up. Oh, well, I apologize. That leftover Wendy's just kind of went right through me.
All right. Well, you may come with us inside. And let's so Max, it's you just come inside. We will because of things going on in today's world, we need to and I'm kind of like talking, and I'm like, just the hell with it. I just knock him out. I just want to.
Oh, okay. So, go ahead and roll your. He doesn't see it coming, so go ahead and roll your strength, and if you're adding any potence to it.
Yeah, and I got my cane sword. I'm using the blunt end of the cane sword to bash him across the head.
Okay, so +1 then.
Okay. Difficulty 6.
Yes.
Okay, I got a 10. So we roll the 10s, right?
Is your strength above a 5 or a 4?
No.
Okay, so no.
Okay, so I have 3 successes.
Oh, okay. So,
And I
bam! You
I
catch
spent
him
one-
like mid, comment or something, and he just like hits the ground hard and lets out like a nasty kind of gaseous sound as he hits the ground. Not from behind, but like like a sort of coming out of his mouth as he slobbers and just completely collapses.
All right. So
Okay, so you've knocked out a hobo.
so we're gonna take him inside. We're gonna drain him. I'm like, this is taking too long. I want to when the Adam comes back with the Remus, I want to make sure that we are ready to go. Demaris seemed to say that time was of the essence. So, 2 youths, can you help me bring this man into the house?
Yeah, sure. And they kind of like look at Quan, and he's like, just motions him in, and so they bring the guy in. Seth looks to Trudy and he's like, so was there something I could help with, ma'am?
No, I think we've got it taken care of after all.
Okay.
As you were.
Yes, ma'am. Keeping an eye out.
Good man.
And shortly thereafter, you see Robert come pulling back up in Henri's car. looking a little bit whiter than normal.
Jeez. Am I inside when they pull up or no?
Yeah, you're inside at this point. So they pull up. Remus, they brought you to the museum.
This is where I first met them.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'll get out. Yeah, still not. Yeah, I'll follow Hesperia in. I'm still just like keeping like a side eye on this Adam person.
Hesperia hops out of the van and she's very tour guidey and she's like, Adam, this way. Follow me.
So he just stands upright and like looks around, and then he takes Remus by the kind of the nape of his neck with his strong hand and just kind of leads him along.
I don't like that.
I think you might have
Like,
found
is
your new
he- is-
mentor.
I know. Oh, it's like you guys became fast friends. That's good to see. I'm gonna open the door and hold it for them to walk in.
You both smell like dirt.
I'm gonna take.
Well, we have time to. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna feed one off of this bone. Just take the one, and just to make sure that he's like that the blood is not tainted in any way before we start giving it away. Like I don't want Remus, as low as he is, to feed off of him. You know what I mean? I don't want to like. So I'm just taking one blood off the bum to see if there's
Yeah,
anything
you're good.
wrong.
It tasted like a greaseball burger.
All right. So I'll look up at Demaurice. I'm like, do we drain him, or do we let Remus, when he gets here, he could feed off of him, or?
No, I don't think Remus needs to know that his dinner is about to become someone else's dinner too. So, just the point or two off him, because you got to feed it back into him anyway later, to revive him. So, just take the pint so that Remus has something, and then turn him.
So I need something to store as a pint in, so you can give it to Remus.
I'll find.
I'm sure we've got stuff there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's some sort of like
Yeah.
supply kit, because I mean it's a common
Yeah.
meeting place for us.
There are
Right.
like empty bottles and stuff, I'm sure.
So I get 2 bottles for Remus then, and then, so I have to embrace him. I have to drop him down to 0, and then
Yeah,
Does
you
he-
basically drain them of their blood and then you give them some of yours.
does he have to be conscious for that though, right? So like,
No.
oh, okay.
That's how I saved your assistant.
Yeah, Susan, that's right. Yeah. Okay. So I get to the point where he's almost dying, so like, because I don't know when Adam's getting here. So I don't know. I know Adam's out front, out of character, but I don't know in character yet. So
So you're going to embrace him now before Remus has had a chance to feed?
no,
Taking the blood from him and then turning him.
So I'm taking the bottle. I'm taking blood and putting it in bottles and pints of
We're
blood.
bottling it and then turning him. I mean, they.
So I'm bottling 2 pints for Remus,
Okay.
and then I'm going to go through the embracing process.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Alrighty.
So when Remus gets here, he'll have 2 fresh, warm pints of blood.
Gotcha. Okay.
A Capri Sun of blood.
It's your special home craft brew.
There you go.
So Remus, as you
Tastes
come
like cheeseburgers.
as you come walking through, you see some guy looks like he probably stepped off the set of What We Do in Shadows, like sucking down on some hobo on the ground right now. Everybody else is there. There's some confusion on people's faces, like they're not too sure of like what to make of what's going on right now. But there are 2 beakers that have got they've got a pint of blood in them apiece. Well, I shouldn't say a pint, a point. A pint would be rather big. But yeah, I mean there's there's some blood, warm blood that's actually available, and as you come walking in with the others, um, Adam just lets go of you and starts like looking around.
Didn't we have a punch bowl of blood also?
You do.
So if he wants more, he's got more available.
Yes. Oh, and a matter of fact, give me a self-control check.
Who?
Is that me?
Remus. He is now tempted. There is
Self-control.
available blood.
Difficulty.
Given where you're at, we'll say it's an 8.
Okay, I got 1 success. I got a 6
Okay.
and a 9.
You retain control, but the beast inside you right now is furious with you. It wants to feed. And there is a punch bowl that has some available blood, and there's some, like, 2 little vials, or beakers, I should say. It's got some blood in them as well.
I'm gonna beeline over to the beakers, just because like that looks like blood. I'm like, punch bowl. That's probably got punch in it. But I'll just start drinking from the beakers.
Okay. So you start making it out like LMFAO and doing shots, just firing back.
Yeah.
That is definitely blood, and you end up getting 2 blood points back.
As he walks up, I'll be
Okay.
like to whoever's close by. I'm like, is it Remus? I pointed out. I'm like,
And then he smells the punch bowl and he starts going.
Yeah, you clearly have not had enough, although it
Okay.
definitely helped.
Okay, if there's more party favors, yeah, I'll just start drinking those because there's a lot of faces I don't recognize, and so I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
he does grab the punch bowl then and just starts bogarting it.
all right.
That's enough to
How,
give
how
you
much
3
do I
more
get from the
points.
punch bowl? 3 more. Okay.
How long does it take me to do the embrace?
Not long. But I mean, still have to roll to see if it's successful or not. So hold
What
on
do
a
I gotta
second.
roll?
You don't. I do.
Oh, okay.
It's up to the person if they're healthy enough. Huh. Okay. All right. So you drain him of the blood, and then how much blood do you put back into him?
How much do you have to survive? Is it 5 or is it 4 or like?
Well, at this point, you're trying to make him a vampire. So, the more blood you give, the more blood you give them, the less essentially they would be hungry when they wake. If you only give
Okay.
them 1, then you're pretty much guaranteed that if they turn and they wake, they'll frenzy.
All right. So I was down 2. I spent 1 on potence. That's 3. I gave 2 to Remus. That's 5. So I put 5 back in him.
5. Okay. So then his body starts to convulse as he is starting to take the change.
Nice.
Pardon me. And
We watch his face.
kind
We
of
watch his
twitching.
face change.
He's my newly embraced Nosferatu.
Yeah, it's kind of a creepy sight. The change starts taking, and like his earlobes start to drop, and his face looks a little bit more misshapen, and
Oh, so beautiful.
Beauty
Fascinating.
in the eye of the beholder. Are they watching this as well, or is this at a separate room?
no, they actually did this like right in the main room. They didn't.
That's because I brought him right in.
Wow.
I looked at you
Yeah.
and I'm like, is this okay? And I just started doing it right here.
All right. Well, as soon as he's done, I'm gonna find at him.
Yeah,
I mean,
Adam's
Adam's
actually.
probably right here too.
Yeah, Adam's there. But he's not paying attention. He's just looking at the museum pieces that are here.
I'm gonna go crouch down over by Henri and Max. And Henri, you do make some really nice children. I like that.
It is a shame to see him go so quickly, but it's
It is.
I thank you for the kind words. So he's shaking on the floor. I might kind of like lightly tap him on the face. I'm like, Maxwell, hello, bonjour.
And then he passes out.
Damn.
But he's. Can we confirm he's turned?
I go to his teeth to see if he has
Well,
the teeth.
normally, not really. You'd have to wait for them to like wake and respond. But I mean, you already see him getting fugglier, so it's a pretty good assumption. Yeah, he's turned.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna get up and
Hey,
I'm gonna.
Adam.
What we're gonna? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, she's gonna motion to
Okay.
Adam. Hey, Adam.
So he turns.
He's gonna motion over to the passed out guy.
I stand up. I
She's
do a
gonna
bow.
go.
I'm like, Monsieur Adam, this is for you.
Say bon appetit.
Oh, bon appetit.
Oh. You are
As fresh as fresh can be, I would say.
I was unaware the French made it this far.
I have been in this country for a while, sir.
So he steps over and then he like pokes it with his foot. You embraced this
I
person.
did so. Yes, for you, yes, I did.
For my
Well, we needed to
family.
feed Remus, and I know that you needed to eat as well.
Do you have a steak?
We can fashion one quickly from a chair or other wooden object in here, certainly.
We'll go find like a
Yeah, I'm.
chair leg or something.
Okay, yeah.
or
he
a
just,
pencil.
he's just like looking around, suspiciously at vampires that don't have stakes. Sort of just like,
Well,
Well,
like,
I mean,
We gotta outfit this place or the
Yeah.
next place.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah,
work on that.
Put some
but
thought. You know
safe
what?
safe to say you quickly break it, hastily break one of the chairs that are there and
So many chairs.
hand him, a leg. So he just takes the leg, pulls out claws and just starts whittling it down so it forms, it gets sharp enough to become a decent steak, not just like splintered wood. And then he just takes a moment and measures it up right at the chest cavity and
Effective.
I'm gonna take Remus aside and try and distract him so that he doesn't watch this.
Yeah,
I get the
Remus
sense-
has been watching this.
I get the sense that he's a little sensitive about this sort of thing.
okay.
told you.
I'm just gonna make some small talk and try and like turn him away.
How about those mats?
You've been in town long? My name's Trudy.
Looking around at the group, seeing some like missing faces, and he's gonna say, I don't know. I've been asleep for a while. Where's Bear? I gotta punch him in the face like really hard.
Oh,
Last did that for you.
he didn't
Yelled across.
make it through the attack, I'm afraid. We gathered up everybody we could, but I'm afraid your friend didn't make it.
All right. How about Sophie? Is she here? Did she not
She
make it?
she made it through. She made it through. I haven't actually met her. She was asleep when this whole attack went down, or when the rescue went down. But she's she's on a mission, I understand. So hopefully she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Anybody else you're missing?
Mm. No. I'm sorry. How long has it been?
Hmm.
And what's the deal with? And I'll just sort of gesture in the direction of Adam.
Oh,
Which at this point he's just like lifting up the body and presenting it to Damaris. Summon your chariot. I will tap this later.
does Damaris
Guys can. No, she does not. She usually rides with y'all. So, anyone can one of your guys drive us back to his.
Henri, can we use your dude again?
Robert would be happy to take Adam. Well, Adam's not going to attack Robert, is he?
As you're like, Robert would be happy to, and Robert's like, like quietly in the background, not obviously being disobedient, but secretly hoping his master says, "Oh, just kidding," sort of thing, you know?
Like, lol.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Like,
He's not going to attack Robert, right? I think
No.
We made it here. We're
Yes.
fine-ish.
But you were vampires, so Robert is just, he's not a vampire yet.
Then he has nothing.
Don't
to
worry, his blood is not going to do anything for him. He's already got his dinner to go. So, it's okay.
All right, Robert, come here.
and so he like kind of inches his way along the wall and then kind of over towards Henri. Yeah, boss.
I'm just gonna kind of like, are you comfortable to? Monsieur Adam needs to go back to his home with the body. So is that going to be okay?
You know what? I can just drive him. I know how to drive. Just because I don't have a car doesn't mean I can't.
What she said. But sure, I could.
I can see the fear in his eyes. Don't worry.
I'll
Good
take
effort.
one for the team.
Why don't you take Mr. Maurice and Monsieur Adam? You can drive them both. That way you will feel comfortable since he will have a friend in the car with you.
Okay.
Sorry you got voluntold.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry.
Right this way.
We'll wait a little bit.
The van is outside of screaming distance.
So she'll lead at him.
You have your phone. You may call if there is a problem, but Mr. Maurice will be fine. She will take care of you.
Okay, boss. So he, walks Damaris and Adam back out, and Adam looks at Damaris with just brazenly carrying the staked body out because he doesn't give a damn, and he says, "No, we are to stow this at your haven."
My haven got destroyed. The one that we got attacked with.
You've been staying at Sophie's house?
Yeah. I guess we can take it to Sophie's place for now.
Basement.
You know where
Yeah.
Morphe's house is, Roberta, so that'll be fine. That's where we met all these good people.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I got it.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah. I mean, I'm telling like my own haven got destroyed when the city got attacked. So I haven't been able to get one of my own just yet. I've been working on it. So, but I do have a place that we can take this that I've been staying at temporarily.
So he gives her a look, and it's that look of like, ugh,
You don't have your own house.
yeah, sort of thing. But he doesn't say anything.
The vampires
I'm
down
like,
the street
I
have
look
their
at
own
him.
haven.
You're just renting.
Jeez, where's your haven, Adam?
This is on the ground. I see the look that it gives me, and I hold him up my hand. I'm like, I know. Shit's been hitting the fan lately. I'm working on it. I promise.
I
So,
have heard this expression before. What does it mean? Why would you say fecal matter hits something?
Oh, I can help with this. This was
Not
an American phrase. It's just so. Imagine, if you will, taking the pile of shit and
no,
throwing it at
just
the fan.
stop.
And it just goes everywhere. It's just. And if you're standing in front of it, it's disgusting. No, you just don't want to. So when this shit hits the fan,
Henri, stop.
Near catastrophe. It's just.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so that is the literal. It's an expression that means that things did not go well and our city got attacked and everything kind of went it just went bad. So we've been busy rebuilding.
I see. Take me to this residence.
She'll give the driver directions. I mean, I think he's been there before. So.
Yeah, he's been there several times. So you guys go head out to go drop that off. So Kwan's like looking around. So
I knew that expression.
I gotta be right back.
Sure. Really old guy.
Yeah, that's a first for me.
So I turn back to Remus. I say, so Adam's what they call an elder. He's really
Elder?
one of us who's been around a real long time, and real powerful, real dangerous. I don't need to tell you that.
I believe the
Yeah.
expression Kyrene used when we first heard about him was that he predates the Camarilla.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not just the elder. He is beyond age.
Yeah.
We don't usually like to run into them too often.
Yeah. I can attest to that.
Remus, are you okay?
No, not really. But I've only been conscious for a little bit. How long has it been?
What?
Oh.
3 weeks? 2 weeks?
It's been actually about 6 at this point.
Ooh.
Well, it's good to see you back. I didn't think you made it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
You must excuse me, Remus. I have not met you formally. I just helped feed you.
That's my apologies. Henri, this is Remus. Remus, this is Henri, and this is Trudy. This is Remus.
Henri and I, Mr. Henri and I are new to town. We came in fairly recently, and thought we'd stay a little while.
We were in the building that you if I understand correctly, you were attacking the building. We were inside the building exploded, and we were able to get out. And so thank you for helping without knowing you're helping.
Yeah, I didn't really have a whole lot of say once we got into the building. Kind of just walked in, it exploded.
Sounds like it was a real
So
rough.
it was not fun. So judging by the decor, I'm guessing that things are as fine as they get with our kind. I mean, we're not. He didn't bring me to Sophie's place, which was like supposed to be hidden from prying eyes, right? So I guess the hunter's gone.
We
Oh,
had,
Well,
as the hunters are
sorry.
still here.
as we all start talking at once.
We need those buzzers.
I've been doing my own research, me and my people, and have not found any sign of them. It seems the city has been attempting to rebuild rather quickly. It seems the government folks wanted to sweep things under the rug, so that's been real quiet. I've been trying to uh, get a little more underground information, but that's not really my specialty. So I'm looking for the right people to handle that for me.
What do you mean by underground information?
Those computers and stuff. That's not my thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty nifty with computers, and I just haven't had an opportunity. But I'll take a look.
That would be real helpful.
Well, you see, Trudy, there you go. You brought something up, and you may already have an answer.
Beautiful.
I've been doing my own thing. I have the property I am renting. It's a very nice house. So Trudy has helped me with this.
Oh, good.
I thought I would stay here for a while too, so I would sleeping with inside the library was not working, so staying in a new home has been nice.
Trudy, do you do real estate?
I'm an investor. I also just bought a property downtown, looking to fix it up to run some commercial endeavors.
I see. Well, when you have an opportunity, if you wouldn't mind, we may be in we definitely need a new house, so because ours went boom.
Oh, is this the house that was you all were at that was destroyed?
Hey,
You scared
Jess.
me.
Someone behind you.
Yep.
Careful, they're attacking you.
That is Jess, aka Jolene, which is her new character, and Lila, aka Echo, also from this game. I was wondering when they were going to show up.
She brought me the gift of alcohol.
Ooh.
Right.
That's a real friend.
Yes.
I'll partake of that gift offline.
Okie doke. So, and the one thing I wanted to add that we just recently picked up on, secondhand information, so take it for what it is. Apparently, there is some waves being made in Las Vegas.
Oh, yes, I actually heard a little bit about that too, if it's the same word.
Oh, well, why don't we hear from you first then? It probably is.
Yes, I heard through the grapevine that one of the Ashlanders recently passed through the area and met with Prince Benedict, and he was not pleased with the answers that he received about the whereabouts of one Gina Neeson. So word on the street is there may be some hostility coming from that area.
Hey, Dante, what's going on, dude?
Who is this Gina?
And stop me if I'm wrong, Hesperia, but Gina and I don't know if you'd call them a coterie, but it was a clique of Camarilla vampires.
Dickheads.
Well summed. Led an attack on Ashland with the support of a prince from Portland. And it seems rumors of their demise is floating around.
Is this a bad thing, or is this...
For the Camarilla, yes. Because to the best of my knowledge, they were murdered down to like the last individual. I wasn't there for it, but I think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm not there right now, right?
Not as of yet, no.
Okay.
Who was he murdered by?
Gina? I don't honestly know. We'll say at this point, not so that way you're not like out of the scene the whole time. You know, Damaris comes back at this point.
So
without Adam.
Dropped off the body and came back?
Without Adam.
Oh. Dropped off the bodies.
Yes.
Yeah, he's at Sophie's place.
Oh, great.
So
that's just great.
Been there before.
Or did
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said
are Doug and Susan and all them there, or is like, are they gone?
No, it's actually pretty quiet there for right now. Nobody's checked up on the two S's.
Are they still living at Sophie's house?
They are not, actually.
Okay, good.
Oh, that's right. They got their own place, huh?
Yes.
I was trying to contact them about security issues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I have not actually met them.
Correct.
Okay. So Damaris just kind of walks back in, throws the keys at, on a table or something, and then where everybody else is, she's gonna just kind of walk up.
So is Adam okay?
How did it go?
Yeah. He got his dinner to go. Thank you for doing that, by the way. It's a messy job, and anyway. So what are you guys talking about?
They were talking about something in Las Vegas and some Gina person.
Prince Benedict.
Okay, what about her?
Prince Benedict isn't very happy about the answers that someone gave him. I'm assuming it was Sophie.
Yes, it was Sophie.
Were you there, Damaris, when we met up with Gina?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
We got very close.
Yeah, she's so I guess there might be some trouble afoot.
Oh. Looking for her?
Yeah, they want to know where she's at and what happened to her. And I don't think I can just say, like, she tripped and fell on a broomstick. I don't know. Do you think that would work?
But she tripped and fell on my fangs.
Oh, that's what happened.
Okay, so
Oh.
She took Sophie.
This Sophie
and
seems
I'm sorry, but that's
trouble.
Not okay.
Sophie's a lot of trouble, but she's nice to have around.
Sophie's a nice one.
She was very nice.
Well, I put some feelers out to get some more information about this Benedict and find out basically any information that could give us a leg up on dealing with him, but that's all still in the works. And my contact who fed me the information previously has said that they'll continue to pass on anything they hear, but I don't have anything as yet.
Okay, well, that would
Well,
help.
yeah, I mean, to be fair though, her and her group attacked us first, and then they kidnapped Sophie. So it's their fault, not ours, that they got their ass kicked.
I fully support that because I don't think we went looking for trouble, and this is pretty much all her. So unless there's anything underlying that I'm unaware of, I don't think we're in the wrong. And Prince Benedict can go kick rocks.
Well, that's how it works with the Camarilla. They just like us to roll over when they say. So I mean, that's something that happens every time we try and deal with them.
So I
I'm
mean,
not rolling over.
you guys know that it was me, so that killed her. So I hope that you guys don't rat me out.
It doesn't matter what happened. She attacked us first. And I don't think anybody needs to know how she expired. She just expired as a traitor and a piece of garbage.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
That's exactly right.
Agreed. But that brings us to another interesting point. There's nothing coming out of Portland.
nothing.
Nothing. When the Sabbat ended up attacking, it looks like they did enough damage in leaving that there's no court. There's nobody holding anything there.
So there's a vacuum.
Yeah.
That can't last long.
No, and it's probably going to be ugly when it does form.
I know what you mean.
We'll
Is this
probably
group strong enough to fill that vacuum?
no, I don't think so. We've got enough to deal with just here in Ashland. But just speaking on behalf of the Giovanni, I mean, I can't even imagine what it would be like trying to travel a couple hours up the road to Portland.
All right.
I guess I could scry on Portland and some of the areas that we're familiar with.
That might be a great idea. See if we can find any familiars. Maybe contact them.
Yeah.
Familiars? What are we? The Vampire Council?
No, familiars as in familiar faces.
I
Yeah,
see.
for people that I'm
a
aware
rando.
of.
God, fucking guy.
Fucking guy.
I love that show.
It's so good.
Well,
Okay, so
ideally, if y'all want to stay here in Ashland, I mean, there's strength in numbers, and I don't know if you know anyone sufficiently strong to set up shop there, preferably anarchs, obviously, but if you have associates that could hold down the town without turning back on us, that would be nice. But again, anarchs are a bit few and far between these days.
I was gonna say we're barely holding down our own fort, let
Yeah,
alone another area.
I mean, I would love to seize on the opportunity to get squatters' rights in Portland, but I mean, right now we don't have a haven, and we need to improve our Elysium. So
it's real hard to start from scratch in a new town. I understand. So
Yeah.
if there's some way that we can find or support appropriate candidates who could foster that goodwill in a neighborly way, that's something we should keep our ears to the ground on.
I can support that.
I am still in contact with my sire. I don't know how many of you are. I could see if my sire knows someone to send.
It's an idea.
Didn't I don't want to overstep being Giovanni, but didn't you know weren't there anarchs up there?
There was it Jewel? Well, Jewel wasn't an anarch. Out of character.
Yes, she was.
She was? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Jewel and okay. Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
remember the names.
I mean I know of at least one. That's I'm pretty sure she's still alive. So I'll reach out. I don't know if I can reach out to her. Her phone is probably gone too. Trudy, do you have any contact with anyone in Portland?
I do not.
Okay.
Not in Portland.
Damaris, do you think you could scry to see if Jules okay?
Yeah, I mean,
Or where
out
she
of
might
character,
be
I
at?
met her before.
No, you have not.
Okay, so it's gonna be a little harder for me to search for her because I don't really know her.
All you really need
but
is
I can
the
try.
name. All you really need is the name.
Okay.
Or like
Okay.
an item that that they
Right.
possessed. You don't have to actually know them. That's one of the things that makes scrying so nasty.
If
The
Hesperia
only
had
problem
just-
is, of course, is because you don't know who it is you're looking for. It'll tune in on somebody. So
Yeah, what if I have a blue dress to bring out of the closet? No, I'm kidding. You weren't there, Trudy.
No, I was saying that out of character.
Oh, okay.
All right, so she's gonna set up
Sorry,
her bowl. Well, it's
should've
already
done
out
it.
from before.
okay.
And roll beautiful bean footage.
Remus, are you feeling any better?
It's a 1.
No.
I
Feeling
got
pretty.
4.
You got 4.
Nice.
Okay.
8, 9, 9, 6, and then an 8 with a 1.
I'm gonna if he hasn't yet, I'm gonna grab the clothes that the Utes brought and,
Mhm.
and hand him over to Remus, and then just kind of like usher him over to the back where he can get cleaned up.
Okay. You have basically the Guido jumpsuit.
So it's like a
Like a tracksuit?
uses like
Yep.
yeah. So it just reminds me of the Matt Fraction Hawkeye comic where they refer to like those kind of guys as tracksuit Draculas.
Yes, yes.
Jackie Daytona. Ordinary human bartender.
Have one
Have you finally watched?
ordinary human beer?
Have you finally watched that show, Jerome?
Oh yeah, yeah. We've watched it all the seasons so far.
Amazing.
So, yeah. So you get your clothing to change into. So, Damaris, you tune in, same kind of thing. You zooms in and focuses. At this point, you're looking at somebody who is pacing back and forth in what appears to be a barn. And they're talking to somebody. Looks like they're just venting at this point.
Well, she has her notebook, her sketchbook next to her. She's going to be drawing kind of what she's seeing at the same time.
Okay.
Kind of like as she's, what she normally does. So yeah, it's like, and I'm going to describe what she looks like. Is this her?
Joan Jett with the acid wash jacket? Yes.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Jerome?
Pretty much.
Yeah, she's agitated. I can tell. She's talking to someone. but she's in a
Like-
barn somewhere.
Is she still in Portland? Can you tell?
I'll have to zoom out. So she's gonna refocus
So
and
you're
zoom
gonna
out a little bit.
poke around and try to find a landmark or a street. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, crossroads or something.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
Shit.
Son of beach.
1, 2, 3, and I dropped 1 die on the floor. 4.
Okay. So yeah, you end up finding. It takes you a little bit, but you end up finding some cross streets, and you can confirm that yes, it's on the outskirts of Portland.
Yeah, so it's on the outskirts of Portland, from what I can tell. She's with somebody though. Am I able to tell who the other person is?
You end up hearing her at one point refer to the guy as Mickey.
Mickey.
Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You're so... Sorry.
I know my mind.
I'm not familiar with a Mickey.
M-I-C.
She'll draw him in her book.
Okay.
Or just sort of a basic
Well,
character sketch or whatnot.
While she does that, since she gave me the cross streets, I'm going to go ahead and Google Maps that and see how long it would take me to get there.
I would. Good question. From Ash, I've looked this up before. Hold on a second.
I thought it was like 2 hours to Portland, to the middle of Portland.
Trudy's just gonna watch you handle that phone like. Huh.
So it is roughly 4.5 hours to drive.
Okay.
So you're thinking, I mean, given the fact that it's in the outskirts, probably about 4 hours.
About 4 hours. Okay.
True, you and Henri both have like a flip phone, and that's it.
No, I have a, well, I don't know what kind. I guess it's not a flip phone because it does talk to text.
Yeah, no, you have a smartphone.
I have a smartphone.
Yeah, I do not. I have a flip phone.
I learned how to text recently.
Well, I can text, but mine is the 222 for the letters.
Weird. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I just talk into it and then it shows up on the screen.
So we're probably having this conversation in character over the side over here. Like,
I'm just. I hate to interrupt, Henri.
oh, sorry. That was
Your driver in your van.
yeah.
Is that perhaps protected from, the elements, like the sun?
Yes, it is.
Do you think Robert could maybe give me a ride to Portland?
How long is it to drive there?
It's like 4 hours.
4 hours there, or 4 hours there and back?
4 hours there.
4 hours. 4 hours there and 4 hours back. So it's a total of 8 hours.
He could do that. I would need to get someone to give me a ride to my house.
I'm sure I could accommodate that.
Okay. Oh, and you know where it is, so that's quite fine.
Okay. Yeah, I have a friend in Portland, and
You're going to go by yourself?
I mean it's just Jewel. Well,
Do you want
I
me to
don't
go
know
with
who
you,
Mickey
or?
is. If Mickey's like an atom, I'm not going to be able to handle that. Yeah, would somebody mind coming with me? Remus, I know you need to take care of yourself right now.
I think a little road trip might do me good.
Okay. All right. So anybody who wants to come with me? Family road trip to Portland.
What is your plan, Mrs. Speria?
I'm going to see my contact. She is an anarch, and I'm going to see if she has any idea of anybody who might be alive that can take occupation of Portland in the meantime for the anarchs. I don't know if that's going to be successful. Like I said, I don't necessarily want to expand, but if she's there, if there's a established amount of anarchs there that can do that, then we need to take this opportunity. And I think she could spearhead that if she needed to.
Do you know how many anarchs there were already?
I do not.
I hadn't heard about any. So either they're
It wasn't a
less
large.
remarkable than this group, or there weren't many.
Yeah, I wish I knew, but I don't. Or out of character, is that something I would know?
You could know, but it wasn't really something you ever looked into.
Okay,
You only met,
that's what I
think.
figured.
I think you only met two officially. Sophie
Yeah.
was the one that met the whole group.
Okay.
That was the whole group.
Oh no.
Hmm.
And I mean, just besides that, I mean, I do have a little bit of a personal need to see her. I just want to make sure she's okay. She is a dear friend,
Have,
and I would like to not discuss this further.
have you tried to telephone her, or, I mean, it is a rather dangerous situation walking in blind.
No, I understand. Our phones were intercepted, and everyone in Ashland and Portland were affected. So if she's in a barn, she doesn't have access to a landline phone that I could perhaps research on the internet and be able to call her. I don't know that I can find a phone for her.
So the telephone problems were part of the attack?
Yes, it was a strategy used to keep us all out of the know of what was going on.
Would it have stopped when they left? Did anyone try that?
I haven't personally. Well,
Try what?
the phones.
Or did they permanently block or whatever it is they do? I don't really understand how that works.
Out of character, I don't remember if we established that.
Well, you all have burner phones or temporary phones that you obtained after that, and the information that was provided, it sounded like they blocked it at the source.
Okay.
Basically, canceled your service.
Okay, and I probably also don't have contacts, my contacts
Right.
anymore. Okay. So yeah, I don't have any way to reach her.
Doug was able to get Sophie's contacts back onto her burner phone.
Yep.
So that helps at all.
Smug Sophie in the Shadowlands is smug.
Yeah, well, she's not worried about her phone right now. She probably didn't even, I don't think she gets service there.
No, not really.
I don't have any bars.
Yeah, they tried once with Poltergeist. It didn't really work out. Carol Ann got sucked in. So.
Caroline!
Bad luck. Well, in that case, if you've got to go in person, then yeah, I wouldn't mind a little field trip. Gotta pack some lunch and let my assistant know.
All right, that sounds good to me.
You wanted to go up tonight?
As soon as we can. I mean, it's some.
So as an FYI, if you go up tonight, you would have to haven there for the evening.
Yeah, we would.
We
As
will
a-
go tomorrow.
If we go tomorrow, could we do that in one night, or is it too long? I mean, we wouldn't be able to stay very long.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to
Kinda
leave right when
close.
you woke up and then head back. I mean, if you're being safe, you're gonna have to haven there for a night to make it. If you're gonna keep it all without the potential for sunlight. Otherwise, you're gonna be pushing it on the way back. That was the problem that you guys had when you went up to Portland last time and were trying to come back. It was the mad dash to get back to avoid.
I
being in the
remember
sunlight.
that.
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, we can leave tomorrow if you're more comfortable with that, but we're gonna have to at least stay a day.
What time is it right now?
Right now it's about 10.
So we'd have plenty of time to get up there. Let me go talk to my assistant.
Okay.
I'm gonna go outside and speak with Seth.
Okay. He's currently playing Candy Crush on his phone.
And go knock on the window.
Oh, he steps out real quick. Sorry, ma'am. How can I help?
We are considering a quick trip up to, well, an impromptu trip up to Portland to see a couple of contacts up there of Miss Asperia's.
Okay.
If we were to go tonight, would you be able to arrange a place for us to stay tomorrow and drive back after dark?
It would have to be something like a. It would be risky. It would have to be something like a hotel, something with availability. But we could always black out, obviously, the curtains.
What if we gave you until tomorrow night? Could you arrange that?
I could still do something, maybe like a bed and breakfast, or not a bed and breakfast, but maybe a house rental.
Airbnb.
That could work.
Airbnb. Sorry, I'm not there.
That's what I said.
That could work.
Okay. Then yeah, just I'll get with the rest of the staff and we'll plot it out and I will see what's available.
I believe it would be the lot of us in there who are coming.
Okay. Understood, ma'am.
Very good.
I will have something for you within the next couple hours.
Thank you. Wait, so that's tomorrow, right? We're gonna go tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'll go back inside.
Okay.
I will make arrangements and we can leave tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. Well,
Well-
that
We'll stay the day and come back the next night.
I think that works for me. Does anyone object?
My
No,
van
behind.
seats 7.
Sorry.
My van it seats 7. Are we taking one vehicle or
Why don't we take two just in case?
good? Then I can take the extra seats out and have more leg room.
And I think since we're coming up at 10, that's where we're going to go ahead and call it. Almost a solid 2.5 hours worth of game.
Cool.
But before we go, before we end everything, this would be the first game of the month, which means
Yeah.
it is XP time.
Peas.
Nobody had a birthday, did you? Okay. So then what we will be doing, as we usually do, it's going to be a D4 plus 1, but go ahead and scratch the D4 and roll a D10 plus 1.
Ooh.
Since we
Can I
haven't-
roll it?
Ooh.
Sure, go ahead. Since we haven't had a chance to play for a bit, I figured I'd reward you guys a little.
Oh, you're so nice. Okay. 10 plus 1. Oop, fell off. All right, 6 plus 1. 7.
All right, there you go.
Yay. Thank you.
7 XPs.
Pretty got experience.
Yay!
She didn't get to roll anything tonight though. That's all right.
So the next game for Vampire would be July the 10th.
Yes.
Sound about right for everybody?
For me.
I'm good with that.
Okay, great.
I'm good.
So then tune in. Then we will be we'll have Vampire back again on July the 10th, and then from there, the 18th will be the return of Cyberpunk, and that would be the July the 15th, which would be that Wednesday. That would be the return of Firefly.
So we're not doing Firefly next week?
Fire
On Wednesday,
was,
Wednesday the 1st.
wasn't Firefly on the same weeks we had Cyberpunk? I can't remember offhand.
I
had
think
we
so.
were doing Firefly the same week that I didn't have the kids, so I don't have the kids tonight, and I don't have them on Wednesday. So that would be the first.
Well, we'll get that figured out.
Okay.
Scheduling wise. So, okay. Anyway, so thank you all for playing tonight. And we will go ahead and sign off here. And of course, we can chat offline and whatnot too. So, thank you and enjoy the music.
Au revoir.
Bon appetit. Bon appetit.
Yeah, it's always the best part. That's what I don't know. Mark Roy, but I never even got it because they did the same thing.